Welcome back, everybody, to Ebe.
Mary. So this frame really was Mary's. Palette knife lies among what looks like a pile of burnt paper ashes. She really was one of Guertana's creations then.
Don't got the handkerchief anymore. Garry does.
It's gone forever.
No, Garry has it. It's fine.
Forever.
Garry has it. It's fine. Well, that could have been helpful. Well, we got the toy key.
It feels almost like I've woken up from a dream. Oh, it's dark. Watch your step, Eve. This place looks familiar. The counter, the stairs, the promotional fish painting. Isn't this just like the original gallery? Maybe the exit is near. Welcome to the world. Retrospective on the works of the great artist Weiss Guertana. We hope you deeply enjoy the art of the late Guertana, whose creations carry such mystery and beauty both. A well-meaning hell. Abyss of the deep. World where man can never stand. To actualize that world, I decided to grave it within the canvas. Isolation at water's edge. Horizon view. Serpentine spirit. Eternal sleep. Please refrain from touching the displays. Embodiment of spirit. Beautiful at a glance, but should you get too close, it induces pain. It blooms only in wholesome bodies. Selfless guard. The sky seen from a hill. The coughing man. Fusion.
Okay, so people who know this re-release are probably asking, am I going to go down these stairs? The answer is no. What's down these stairs is an extra part of the game that was not in the original version. It adds absolutely no story content. It is purely more puzzles and more artwork for eventually getting the artwork pieces.
I see.
There is nothing actually down there except for, hilariously, another bad ending down there.
Huh.
I am deciding not to show it. I'd like people to actually play this game, so I'm giving you a reason to play it. That's the excuse I stuck with, and I'm sticking with it. Also, be careful heading down there, because once you do, you cannot head back until you finish up that extra part of the game.
I see. A brochure.
Also, fun fact: when you try and check this when in the real world with your parents, they're like, "Ebe, get out from back there."
Nature of mort on table. The hanged man. Lady taking the newspaper. Worry. Couple of towers. The lady in red. Glass of antiquities. I remember this place too. I was looking at a painting here when I noticed everyone had vanished. Spectacle of century's end. Taste cleansing tree. Wariness. Your dark figure. Death of the individual. Reserved seat. Bitter fruit. Misshapen diamond. World. There's no coming back after this. all your time here will be lost. Will you still jump in? What's this big painting? Fabricated world? Hey, isn't that the gallery we came from? Does that mean if we jump into this painting, we'll be able to go back? But how are we meant to jump into the painting?
Blue Skidoo Weekend 2?
Whoa! What? Eve, look, the frame! Now might be our chance. Yes, I'm really in! Hurry up, Eve! Garry Skidoo Weekend 2! Eve. Eve, what's wrong? Come on! Eve, I finally found you! Goodness, I've been looking everywhere. Don't just go wandering off on your own. Your father's waiting for you too, see? Let's get going, Eve. Eve, hey, what are you doing? Hurry up and come over. Eve, how many times have I told you, don't go following strangers? Hey, it's not scary, okay? You'll be fine. Eve, listen to your mother. Don't go with some stranger. Do you want to never see your mother and father again? Eve, here, I'll pull you over. Come with me. Reach out your hand. Eve! What should you do?
I think we all know the actual answer to this.
Join smash!
Take Gary's hand.
All right. Can't remember what you were doing. But candy!
There aren't many people here yet, so now's the perfect opportunity to get a look at everything. Once it gets crowded, you won't be able to take your time as much.
Did you see the postcards at the front desk? Tell me if there's a particular painting you like. We can buy a postcard of it as a souvenir.
Who are you?
What is it, little lady? What are you looking at? Nothing much. I'm just looking at this rose sculpture. When I look at this rose, somehow I feel deeply sorrowful. I wonder why. My apologies. I shouldn't be dropping such things on you out of the blue, Eve. Wait, what? Who's Eve? What? That's your name. Your name's really Eve. That's the strangest thing. I mean, this should be our first meeting. Just kind of came out. How odd. But actually, have we perhaps met somewhere before? My, look at me, asking you such strange things. Never mind what I said. So long.
So here's the point where I will explain what the two counters I was talking about were. There is a Garry Hope counter and a Garry Doom counter. always ticking away as you play the game. Have him destroy artwork and such, the doom counter goes up. Have the hope counter go up by talking and interacting with him and picking the right things, like going after a treasure and being a bit more of an adventurous type. The doom counter usually leads to bad endings. You would not have made it this far if the doom counter is over free. What I was talking about with the doll room is that it gives you Garry hope counter, but also gives you 2 Garry doom counter. You cannot get any of the good endings if it's more than free.
I see. So that's if you succeed at it?
If you fail at it, it gives you the 2 Garry doom counter.
Oh, okay.
But it also gives you 2 Garry hope counter. Garry, you only get 1 if you... actually, I think it's 3 points for Garry hope, 2 for doom, if you fail it. You get 1 if you succeed in it. You need at least 20 for Eve to give the handkerchief. Which...
Huh? What's this? A handkerchief? Did I always have this?
If your Garry counter was not high enough, you do not give him the handkerchief even if you try to. He will reject it and he will walk off without remembering. If you did give it to him though.
Wait, what? This is yours? My word, it's true. Ebe, your name's on it. But why is it in my pocket? Not only that, there's blood on it. I was wounded on the hand. And a girl gave me her handkerchief. That's it. I was lent this handkerchief by that girl. By Eve. Eve, I remember now. Weren't we together back there? How I could have forgotten something so important. We stuck together all the way, traversing that bizarre gallery, being chased by those strange paintings, and meeting Mary too, right? Eve, do you remember? I remember. Oh, thank goodness. It's honestly hard to believe even now. But it must have happened, right? Eve, we got back safely. We did it. There's so much more I want to talk about, but I've got to get going. Say, Eve, is it alright if I keep this handkerchief for a while longer? It wouldn't do to return it as it is. I'll be sure to give it a good clean, and then give it back. Because we'll see each other again.
And that's the true ending of Ebe.
Yay!
Good ending is if they miss out. There's a bad ending if you go with the mom, which goes to the Ebe all alone, which is the most common ending that happens in multiple cases. So yeah, that was Ebe. Joel, thoughts?
Perhaps. Good game. I enjoyed it. I will say, like, there is I'm not quite sure how I feel about the whole
Hope and Doom counter.
well, I'm all right with that. Like, I was going to talk about the whole puzzles where you kind of go back and forth. It is kind of a little bit like, it does kind of pull you out of it a little bit, because it's like, the characters can't, there's no way the characters can figure this out.
But it does come for interesting puzzles, which I'm pretty sure was the point.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I get it, but it does kind of pull me out a little bit. But why do Eve have creepy eye?
She's just young.
Her
Her eyes are red. That's just how they are.
But why though?
Because I don't know. Why does Garry have purple hair?
Why are pieces of Gary's coat just floating?
Well, again, it is ragged and falling apart.
But they're not falling. They defy gravity.
Well, this is also just an artwork.
It was also the case in this portrait. In this in-game portrait.
So yeah, that's our RPG maker. That's our RPG maker one.
Yay.
And since I can show it, so yeah, you get all the paintings that Eve learned the meaning of, and you also get characters if you've gotten certain endings. This is for getting the normal ending, and this is for getting the true endings.
Say, about Mary. I wonder what she was after in the end. She seemed different from the other more violent works, and talked to us like an ordinary person. When we first met, I do recall she said she wanted to get out. Perhaps she really was trying to get out of that world?
So yeah, there are plenty of other endings that I'm not showing because we're not playing the game 5 or so times to do all that.
Why not? We have time! We don't have time.
And again, it's something for the people to go out and see for themselves if they're interested.
Yeah.
If you're interested in this, it's readily available. It's on PC, it's on Switch. I think those are the only two.
Find all the artwork then.
So yeah, there's something the remake does for achieving everything. I don't remember what it is exactly, but most of the ones I'm missing are from the extra dungeon since I've never bothered to do it. So yeah, you can go into multiple areas of the gallery and see how much artwork you actually have. I've actually completed a few, and actually got a few more because of going all the way back to make sure the Garry Hope counter had enough with talking to the guy.
Leave!
So yeah, final thoughts on the game, though?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it like totally blew me away, but I can definitely see why this is kind of a cult classic. It definitely has lots of cool, creepy vibes. It is definitely a unique experience.
It was like back in the day. This was like one of the horror Let's Plays that a bunch of people did. Like it's something that a lot of people have known about. Yeah, because of Let's Players playing it back in the day when it came out.
It might just be that it doesn't stand out as much nowadays just because we have all these other things that...
Yeah, there's just so much RPG Maker around it where it's like it's lost a bit of luster, but I think it's still like really good.
Yeah.
It's still, again, like if it's not like the grandmother, it's like it's one of the standing ovation ones, especially in the horror RPG Maker genre.
Yeah.
It's not the very top of that, but it's pretty damn close. It's one of the first ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a good time with it. I will say I'm glad that you were playing it and not me. Not just because I probably would have screwed up a bunch of the puzzles, but also just... kind of a wimp when it comes to horror.
Yep.
It's easier to stomach when I'm not the one playing
Yep.
it.
Though being honest, it doesn't really have that much. Like the game,
Yeah.
this version autosaves multiple times, so you're fine to mess up.
Yeah.
It's
Like
it's not one of those horror games that you're sent a long way back from. And again, it's very replayable because especially this version where I think there's like 7 endings, I want to say. I just went for the true ending because true ending. So found an 8 extra artworks, and again, if you're going for the endings really quickly, you can tell from the game time that you can get through it really fast. Like a first playthrough of this game is only about 3 hours, and secondary playthroughs are like an hour or less ish, hour and a half or less. And if you really want to go for the extra thing, I think it's like an extra like 30 minutes to an hour, if I remember correctly. But again, I don't really see much point in it because I want to show like it's all like the re-release stuff. And I think the original length of the game works better for the experience. But if you do go for the extra dungeon, it's like there's extra dialogue, there's extra puzzles, there's a single bad ending on that route. But there's not like any change to the Garry counters or so.
Yeah.
So it's legit just an extra if you want to play the game more and have more puzzles.
Yeah.
Also, the soundtrack's good.
Yeah.
In fact, a few of the songs from this game actually found their way into other RPG Maker games. RPG Maker horror games as well.
Interesting.
So this is one where it's like this one was the start of a one that was quite up there.
It's a pretty influential game.
Yep. Like pretty much a bunch of RPG Maker horror games, they get their start from Ebe laid the groundwork is the best way to put it. Ebe laid the groundwork so the others could build off of it. So again, it's like very replayable, very fun. I enjoy Ebe.
Yeah. I'm glad we did this.
Also, Garry is a precious little treasure.
Yep, this is the Garry appreciation zone. I want to check something really quick. What is... I just had a thought, and I want to see... Is this as much of a thing as I think Ebe looks like a certain character. I think Ebe looks like a certain character, and I want to look at the character to see how similar it actually is. Because it's just funny to me. I cannot remember the character's name, which is frustrating.
What's it from?
She's in Neo, The World Ends With You.
Okay. Okay, I actually have the picture as well.
Okay.
I have a few pictures telling me what it was. So yeah, Gary's Doom count has to be below 3, and friendship count must be at 9 or more to achieve the true ending. And you get at least one friendship. You get one friendship every 10 talks.
Okay.
So there's plenty of talks, and there's also plenty of other points. So yeah. So there's plenty of friendship things you can get.
Well, that's pretty similar, to be honest.
Not really.
Kind of. It's similar enough that I can see why I saw the resemblance, but if you want to know what I'm talking about, look up, what was her name? Go back. Sugumi Matsune from World Ends With You. It's not that similar, but
Ebe was up there with the older games like Yume Nikki and Corpse Party, and saw later influence in stuff like Witch's House, Mad Father, and a bunch of other ones. So yeah, let's see here, what was the actual release date? February 27th, 2012.
yeah. Like I said, it's 2012 to 2013. 2023 down there. 2013.
Yeah.
We went 10 years into the past. What happened?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's Eve. And it's one of those things where it's like, so yeah, it's not like the oldest one, but it's like it's another one that got recognition.
Yeah.
There are older RPG Maker horrors that had way more that laid way more groundwork way further back, but it's really hard to get back to one of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eve's a nice trip.
Mm-hmm.
We've really rambled for 10 minutes on this ending screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to do a short playthrough to show Joel.
Yeah. Yay!
The chances are most people, a bunch of people have seen this, and if you didn't, well, here you go.
And so continues Joel's strange journey with horror content, where he's not sure if he's totally in love with it or if he hates every moment of it.
And also the journey through the RPG Maker scene.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get to Amori next time, I'm not sure.
In case, well, okay, if people actually watch Bowser Galaxy 10, they already know that we both are familiar with Amori, but yes, we're familiar with Amori.
We're getting to it eventually. We are getting to that game eventually, don't worry.
Yep.
I love this soundtrack.
And now our audience is doing a certain thing. They're waiting for something to happen.
Thank you guys for watching. Take care. End the video.